What is going on, guys? It's your boy Slick, and today we're gonna be talking. I know, it's crazy. While there's jet gameplay in the background, we're gonna be talking about tanks and precisely the future of War Thunder ground forces. Of course, this is gonna involve jets and planes that are coming in and stuff, but I'm not gonna talk about that today. What I want to talk about is what I really, really want from War Thunder, and I don't really know how to jump into it, so we're just gonna start to talk. I want France. I want the French forces. I think this is the biggest thing that I want from War Thunder right now because I feel like I really want an AMX 30. I want an AMX 13. I want the Bat Chat. I want all those auto-loading, oscillating turret tanks that World of Tanks has. I want those, even though they're prototypes. Most of them are prototypes. I know the AMX 13 was used. And I think there's a 75 mil version, a 90 mil version, and maybe even a 105. I'm not too sure. But I think that those are cool tanks. I think the auto-loading feature is something that would be unique for the game. It'd be unique for the tree. And we don't know how it would perform, obviously. It might be overpowered in a realistic sense because you can shoot so much faster. But I think that there's a lot of drawbacks. I think ammo capacity and stuff like that. There's a lot of drawbacks to, playing those tanks. So it would be pretty interesting how they fought on the battlefield because you can't unload a clip or something like that. I think that'd be pretty interesting. I think I said that probably like 30 times, but it is. It is a very interesting thing. And then the next thing I want is to move more modern, of course. I think everybody wants this to move more modern. It's just like, ever since the April Fool's event, I haven't played War Thunder the same. Croc and I always make a joke about it. He was like, yeah, I haven't had fun playing War Thunder since April. And it's part true, like that event for those weekends or that weekend was so fun. It was like, honestly, I remember it was during my move when I was moving back from Florida. So I drove myself from Florida to New York with Duke, but I had to pack up my setup and stuff. And I remember, I think I left on a Saturday. So I left the day that, like, right a day after the April Fool's event came out. So I remember playing it in Florida and then driving home. I wanted to play it. I was just really hoping I would get home in time to play it and, like, set my computer up and stuff because that event was so fun. And I remember looking forward to that. So I think that says something about how the modern tanks played. It's just fun having a stabilizer it works super well. And tanks can dart around the battlefield. It's like a different version of War Thunder, where you have to have enhanced senses and stuff. It's kind of like jet combat compared to props. So I think that whole meta would be cool to play something even faster than what we have now. So obviously, tanks that go along with that is I'd like to see a T-64. I'd like to see a Chieftain Mark 11 maybe with the APFSDS that has a lot of high pen. A Leopard with an APFSDS shell. I think they made the Leopard 1A4 was like the main one that they used, I thought, or something like that, or there was some reason that one should be added. I don't know the different variants of Leopard 1s, but I know that as soon as they got APFSDS, that L7 became a lot more deadly. So I think that's pretty cool. And then, of course, the M60 with some type of ERA or something would be cool. Because I think that, like, the T-64 with ERA, I don't know if they would do that. I think just the T-64 by itself might just be enough. I don't know if it would get ERA yet. But I think going into the composite armor ERA age would be, the next step. I think it'd be really cool if we could do that. What other nations are there? So Japan, Russia, I said America, and America, yeah, it would be like an M60, something like that. I don't know what Japan would get. I have no idea what Japan would get. And I know that France, if they were added, would be an AMX 30 with some type of composite or ERA. I'm sure they went up to that. But it would be super fun. I think that how fun would that be, that tier? Just to step up, I think we could get a little bit faster jets. We could squeeze out a little bit more with the dogfighting era of jets. I don't think we're at the very end of it. I think like the Super Saber still had guns in it. I know there's more versions of the Hunter, and I think in terms of adding those jets, I'm sure we could see just a little bit more, like just a step up. It's hard because everything that gets an afterburner, it would make it way faster. But I think that if they left them alone and they could only fight each other, that would be probably prime, you know. And they could do combined forces, kind of like how everything else would be, and they can carry ordnance and stuff. So it'd just be like a different tier. It'd be another tier, I guess. They would start to move. Well, they made the joke that on April Fool's that was tier 9, right? So I guess there is enough time in between, I think, to make a full-fledged, you know, 3 more tiers. I think like 6 would be the T-64 and like the start of composite armor. And we see how like the eras and tiers go. They're not like too many tanks in between. So they're with different variations of T-62s and T-62s, every T-series tank, the T-80s, all that could probably span a good 3 tiers just with different modifications and stuff, different ATGM protection and ERA and different guns and different ammo. And then, you know, top tier would be DU rounds and, you know, M1A1s and stuff like that. Leopard 2A6s, stuff with, you know, crazy amounts of pen, crazy high-tech armor. I don't know, man. I think my mind's getting carried away, but I just really liked how it worked in the modern tanks. I remember I went and played Armored Warfare pretty recently, and it's such a letdown for the tanks that are in the game. Like, those tanks all seem so cool, and it would be fun to play in War Thunder. You know, that entire game, imagine it on a War Thunder type engine. It would just play really fun. That being said, if everything that was supposed to happen happened, you know, like the ATGM thing shot down ATGMs correctly and the ERA reacted correctly. It would obviously take some time because, I mean, I don't even think the rounds in our game now correlate pretty well to rounds in real life, but we kind of found the meta and we're able to play it. So if we could look past little things like that aren't necessarily proper because of all the classifications and stuff that have been going on or that are still in act, you know, with modern vehicles, I think that we could have something that would be really unique and really fun in terms of the modernness. I want to fly an F-22 Raptor in War Thunder's engine. I know, it'd be crazy. I think that I think in the past they said that they couldn't do it, but I think that was just like I hope that was a lie. They said they couldn't make planes go certain speed because of the engine or something like that. I hope that's a lie, you know. I hope that they could figure out a way around it and we can get modern jets in this game. I think that even that combat would be crazy fun. In terms of War Thunder physics and stuff, I've never had a jet game or a plane game where you can kind of move the plane like you do in War Thunder. It feels so smooth and stuff. So I don't know. Maybe I'm getting carried away. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you guys for the awesome stream today and last night. I'll be streaming tomorrow again at 10 a.m. EST for more War Thunder, and I'll have the usual scheduled 2 videos. I'm just taking like a little hiatus here. I figured we'd talk about modern vehicles today, and then I'll go record for tomorrow. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Bitter pill keep throwing you back. Nothing but empty sugar, no high, just crash. Tongue got me numb, I lose the words to tell myself how much you hurt. But bitter pill keep throwing you back.